What trades am I looking to execute today in the crypto space? We'll look at trades in the Forex market too. And of course, we'll cover the investment side. Let's see what's happening with the charts from a fundamental perspective as well. First off, let's jump right into the trading. As you well know, lately, the Bitcoin chart has been in a downward trend. I consider this downward movement to be a corrective one. And now we're seeing a breakout from a bearish flag. Yeah, you can see the impulse with a movement here, which is a rise in wedge type that was broken. And now the main expectations normally are to see a depreciation from this pattern, bearish. Looking at a smaller time frame, we see that yesterday we actually had a retest of this consolidation zone with another bearish flag. And we see this zone was retested by another bearish flag that was broken and retested right here. And it could have been an interesting short setup, but it didn't play out. What does that mean? It means we have some weakness. This weakness might also stem from the fact that yesterday, Congress, we saw they signed certain laws regarding crypto legislation. And of course, we saw the SPX hit a new all time high, which naturally brought some positivity. All right, what are we doing throughout the day today? Because that's what I'm interested in. Since we have the FOMC meeting tonight, there might not be much activity. Unlike a normal day, I'll only be looking for scalping executions on smaller time frames. I don't want to trade on larger time frames and be stuck with an open position leading up to the FOMC meeting because technical factors won't really matter much then. Since a setup was invalidated, bearish. For now, I'll just wait to see if there's a breakout of the previous day's high and look for a sell trade. That's all I'm looking for in crypto today. And if this setup occurs and I can't execute on BTC, I'll look to trade another cryptocurrency. Anyway, there's that 100% free course explaining my strategy. I'll tell you how to get it at the end. Just a few steps and it costs you nothing. Now, let's look at Forex because I'm watching the Euro US dollar pair closely. Again, we'll start with the larger time frame before making a plan. We see an upward move, a consolidation, and the price broke out of it, heading toward previous resistance. So we are in a bullish structure. Let's break it down on a smaller time frame. Yesterday, we had some very interesting setups here that I followed after the breakout from this consolidation. Right now, we see a very aggressive move, and the price is in a potential collection. So, how do we determine this? First of all, when does this correction end? We're drawing a downward trend that defines our corrective movement. As as long as the price is within this downward trend, I'm not interested in executing because I don't want to trade against the previous impulse. Instead, I want to wait for the moment when the price enters a bullish scenario. That would mean breaking through this trend line and potentially having a resistance zone in confluence with that breakout. And at that point, I'd look for a buy trade. Another scenario I'd watch for is if the price comes back, returns to this zone, and produces a reversal pattern. After the reversal pattern occurs, I'd enter a trade, entry, stop loss, depending on the structure, and of course, a 1 to 2 take profit. And those would be the scenarios I'd follow throughout today, but of course, on smaller time frames. And I'd prefer to close the trades before 9 o'clock when the FOMC meeting begins. Good. Okay. So, as I was saying, tonight is the meeting and no interest rate cuts are expected. Nothing surprising. What will matter for the markets will be the conference where Jerome Powell will speak. And there we expect some volatility. Let's see what we have on the investment side. Because, as I said, in the crypto space, things are quite interesting right now because we've seen this weakness. Even though lately we've been on a downward move, which many consider a bear market, from my point of view, as long as we're above 73,000, 72,000, we're still in an uptrend. Because if you look with the naked eye, you see that we're on an upward move where we have higher lows and higher highs. So a bullish structure. Automatically, I see even on the SPX side, which from my point of view is a market directly correlated with the crypto market, here it formed a new ATH. Right now, we're in potential price discovery. The only thing that bothers me is the aggressive rise of gold. But from the moment gold enters a potential parabolic move, we might be approaching that point where this parabolic move might end. And after that, see a shift of funds towards the crypto space and the stock sphere. Another chart we need to follow to realize when this shift from gold to Bitcoin will occur is the BTC XAU chart. And we see that here. Yes, we're on a very aggressive move, but I'll watch to see when a reversal pattern occurs, the breakout of this first trend, to start considering that from that moment, a shift from gold to Bitcoin would follow. So pay close attention to this chart. And for those in the crypto sphere, don't forget to also check the USDT dominance, what's happening here, because I make decisions according to this chart. And from my point of view, as long as we're under resistance, there's a high probability we'll reject from here and return to the 3.94% zone, where I intend to secure all the investments I've made recently. Now, as I mentioned, for anyone who wants that free course, it costs you nothing. But if you use the Bing X link in the description of this video, create an account, follow the KYC process, do a volume of $100, meaning deposit $100, and open and close a trade. After that, you'll see an email in the description. Send me your email address, preferably a Gmail account, and I'll provide this free course that I use for decision making, especially in the trading area. But you can also use it for the investment side to better understand the technical analysis that I use. And of course, I'd like us to build the largest community, Big Pump Theory on BangX. And we can only do this through you and with the support that you can show. I thank you if you stayed with me until the end. I wish you a wonderful day ahead, success in everything you've set out to do. And of course, last but not least, smile more often because it doesn't cost you anything.